Hi, good morning, Gaetan. Looks like
Good
we're
morning,
missing
Jesse.
some. Looks like we're missing somebody. Who could that be?
Hmm.
I think it might be
Is that a
Roman.
Roman? Yes, this guy,
Yes.
Roman. Where is
Yeah.
he?
Well, he's actually doing a wonderful, wonderful thing, and we've been people that have been watching the show, they've seen that in the background, Roman has had a dog that he has had in training and helping. And now this dog is trained. And I don't want to use the word trained because I know Roman doesn't like using that word. The behavior of this dog is really good so that Roman is on his way. I think he's even there now in Portland, bringing this dog to his new home. So I'm
So he's
very,
well
very happy.
educated.
Yeah,
He's well educated with good
yeah,
manner, and he's going to see his new family.
right. So Roman said he might try and pop in if he can, and that would be great. But today,
Yep.
today we're going to have a follow up. It has been one hell of a week, and I have to tell you, folks, I've been. I had a really bad bloody nose for an hour and a half, and I didn't know if I'd be
Yeah.
able to be on the show. I was going to tell everybody, you just go ahead and take the show, Gaetan. But somehow, some way, miraculously, it stopped right before the show. So this is a good thing.
No headache. And I parked the car.
Yeah.
So
Oh
to
yeah,
do the show,
Gaetan's in Canada right now.
I'm in Ontario on my way to a town called Chicoutimi, which is north of Quebec City. And as the joke goes, it's not a North Pole, but you can see it from there.
Yeah.
So I'm in Ontario right now. I'm a car a rest area. What do you call that? A car en route where you have all services and food and restaurant and bathroom and
Okay.
gas station and so on and so forth. And I'm parked in the parking and I have this lovely conversation with you.
Okay.
So
All right.
you're
Well,
you're
let's.
my hero so far. I did not
Okay.
punch
Well,
her on the nose, by the way. If
yeah. Right. Don't
her
think
nose
that.
is running, I did not punch her.
Yeah. Okay.
Not
Let's
even
start our.
mentally. Yes, you have a topic for us. What's the topic?
Yes, we're going to start with our canine news. So let me keep. Okay. The
Here
what
we
we're
are.
doing what we're doing, folks, is what we've done quite a bit before. What we tried to do was find the information on the internet that we found was most compelling, that are good stories about dogs. And I think you're going to like this one. This one is 50 dogs in Indonesia were rescued from the dog meat industry. So let's take a look at this.
You're like the best therapy. Oh, you're like the best therapy. I was so worried about you. You look so good. You look so much better.
So it's really incredible coming here today and seeing what a difference a week makes. Having seen these dogs in the back of the truck and seeing the condition they were in and all of the trauma they had endured, it's really incredible to be able to come back now and to see the difference. You know, a lot of them are putting on weight, they're playing with toys, they're acting like dogs. We also have at least one dog who we know is due to give birth any day now. So she would have been pregnant when she was trafficked and arrived at the slaughterhouse. And fortunately for her and for the puppies that will soon be with us, she's now in a safe place. At the moment, the dogs are still being quarantined, and that will carry on for the next month. And then after that, we hope to be able to start finding them their forever homes. all of this is only possible because of amazing donors around the world who care about these dogs as much as we do, and ongoing support, generosity, donations that really does save lives and it heals lives, and it will enable us to make sure that this campaign continues until nowhere is there such thing as the dog meat trade, and no more dogs need to be rescued from such abhorrent cruelty and abuse.
That's really shocking.
I
Um,
know,
did
isn't it?
did did I saw it properly? When you open the back of the truck, were the dog in some kind of bags?
Yeah, they take their paws and they take their legs and they tape them, and then they put
Yeah.
them in a bag and put it around their neck so that they can't get out, so they can't try and fight out of the bag. Yeah, that's how they're brought to the meat trade.
Uh,
It's disgusting. I don't know if you remember when we did a post with Simon Cowell
yeah, I
from
remember
America's
vividly.
Got
Yes.
Talent. Yeah, and I think we
Hmm.
got, geez, about 2 million views on just the one thing that he had decided to dedicate some money to helping the dogs with this meat trade. And then all of a sudden, COVID came, and it kind of got out of sight, and people thought that no longer was the dog trade, the meat. The dog meat trade was still going on. They thought it was over with and that there was a stop to it. And somehow, some way through the cracks, they got back into doing it again. So here we are,
Yeah.
folks, back into the dog meat trade. They're
Yeah.
slaughtered, and some of them are actually they're boiled alive. They're just grotesque, and it's just terrible. Some of the things that are happening.
Yeah. Just to refresh your memory, because some of memory leak through your nose.
Yeah.
It was 5 million people.
Oh, was it? Okay.
5 million. Yeah, I remember vividly. You called me, say, look, I post this and we have 3 million, and then the little an hour or so or two later, you call and say, yeah, there's 4 million. Oh my God! The next day, oh my God, there's 5 million.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yes, and Doug, that's that's I don't get it. I don't understand it. People trading and eating dog meat. Um,
Well,
that's something is behind my mind.
I can speak to that because there are many people that this is their tradition, this is their way of living, and we I suppose we can possibly say, well, we understand that that's what they eat. They eat dog or they eat horse or they eat buffalo or whatever. I don't think what the real objection is the way they are slaughtered. They're
Yeah,
burnt alive, they're skinned alive, and things like that are just something that is very, very hard for anybody to understand. So, I mean, whether it would be a chicken or a cow or whatever, you don't kill it alive. It's got to be done humanely if that is the case in order for preservation. So
yeah.
that's really our main issue.
I understand what you mean by that. You know, every living creature die alive, but you try to point out the humane approach to it,
Right, exactly.
where there would be
So
less suffering as an
so
objective.
so here's another one, a story that I thought was very, very interesting. This is about 3 dogs that were found. They were shot, and they were left in a reservoir. And the people in the area realized that these 3 dogs may have never have seen a toy before. They have never seen the inside of a house. And the people in the community decided to go to the tree where they actually were shot and put up some toys and some clothing to keep them warm and some religious icons. So I thought this was very nice too.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
sad news with a positive twist.
Exactly, exactly. Then,
Yeah.
let me remove this. So, yeah, yeah. Hey, good morning, Dale. Oh, Billy's on here. Good morning, Billy.
Good morning, Billy.
Money and greed justified by tradition and culture. Yeah, tradition ends where cruelty begins. Yeah, that's very, very
Mhm.
true. Yeah. So, um, during this show, we want to be able to go over some of the like I said, the really important things with the dogs. And I found that there's a lot of things happening about the service dogs. Since the pandemic, which I don't think we even realized, Gaetan, service dogs and therapy dogs and comfort dogs, those that had been going and giving service to hospitals, to people in nursing homes, to children's places, they have not been able to go, and one of those was Rico. If you remember, Rico has been on our show a number of times. We're not going to show Rico today, but uh, Ellen had been telling me that Rico has not been able to be in any pet therapy at all. So now what's happening
Oh,
is things are being lifted and the dogs are going to be able to go back into service. But guess what? During this time, I never even thought about it. A lot of these service dogs have not had any trainers that have stepped up to help with it. So we want to let me look at one of these here now.
hmm
Uh, yeah, wait, we want to look at like guide dogs here. The Guide Dogs
yeah.
of America, they're urging people to open up their homes to help raise 3 litters of Labrador and Golden Retrievers. So let's listen to this. Oh, wait.
Can you hear me,
Yeah.
Katie?
Marcella stayed on life support long enough for her
Okay.
family to.
Okay, wait.
Breaking tonight at 11, 2 families have been waiting to hear this news. Arrests made in connection with a case of 2 women who lost their lives after a night out.
Wait, that's not it.
No,
This is about the guide
previous
dogs.
one. Yeah, yeah. We did a test before the show, make sure the tape was.
Yeah,
We have
but I guess
the
it
right
didn't.
video clip, and so we start the show, and guess what? The clip disappear, and it's
And there it
there.
is again. Yeah.
Don't worry,
Okay.
we'll find it. Skip the announce.
Okay, here we go.
Oh,
Are
here
on
we
their
are.
way to becoming trusted companions. And Guide Dogs of America and Silmar needs volunteers to make that happen.
Raising a guide dog or service dog puppy, it is different from raising a pet dog in that we have very big, important career goals for these dogs. We're looking for people that enjoy dog training. We're looking for people that understand the importance of consistency in training. It's an involved program, but it's an intensely rewarding program.
The puppies are fostered by volunteers for 12 months, starting when they are 8 weeks old. Then once they know basic obedience, they're returned to Guide Dogs of America for more training.
You're not giving these dogs up. You're giving these dogs forward. You're opening your home and your heart to this dog because you want to make a difference in the lives of the person who will receive these dogs.
It certainly is hard to let go. Every time we've brought a dog to turn in, it is tears and tears and hugs and tears. And I think about it now and you tear up, but you just know the joy it's going to bring someone.
The puppies will grow up to lead the blind and serve a variety of vulnerable populations.
Come on, let's go to the right.
Guide dogs like Wiki help their owners with their daily routines and travels.
So Wiki has been trained to guide me because I'm visually impaired. It's a very unique and special bond we have with our dogs. We spend just about 24/7 with them and get to know them, like our own kids.
These puppies are looking for a volunteer to raise them this holiday season. If you are interested in adopting a dog, you can go to Guide Dogs of America's website.
In Silmar, Amanda Palacios, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
That's
Great.
so cute.
Yeah, wasn't that great?
That's a very nice story.
Whoops, wait,
Very
wait.
nice.
I got to remove this.
Whoop, yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
get it. Hang
advertisement.
on.
Yeah. I'm holding on. I'm holding the steering of my wheel right now.
Yeah, okay. Okay, and of course, naturally I lost my other monitor. Oh gosh.
Good.
Oh,
I'm here.
yeah.
Kathy,
Yeah.
I'm here. Don't worry. I'm here.
Okay, so
You
now
don't
here's
need another monitor.
Okay, here's another one, folks.
Just before we go to the next one, can we just wrap up what this video was about?
Sure.
Basically, what part of the country it came from?
I think Alabama.
Alabama, okay. I'm sure there's other program like that in any other part of the country.
Right.
And people should check with their service dog trainer association group in their area if there's any need for fostering puppy like that. And that's the time of the year, December, great time to look at that. And as they describe in the video, the commitment is not, you're not stuck with it forever. It's a limit of time. You have 12 months to do that. So you can foster puppies, and after 1 year, the puppy goes to service to help another human, to provide service to another human. So that's a very, I would call that a very noble action. And if anyone in your area, you come across any association or trainer for service dog, or they have similar need, please volunteer.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is funny. You should just mention that. As soon as you started talking, I realized that we have a thing here about the service dogs in training. Wherever a dog is being trained, it doesn't make any difference. They're being trained in the same way. And I don't know that training is the right word, but giving them the behavior and the skills and educating them so that they can perform these services. For instance, here, this one is about a heartwarming service puppies they train at Universal Theme Park, which is really Disneyland. So they're showing that they do some of these wonderful things. So I was pretty impressed with that. Okay, then the next,
they are trained where?
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
They're being trained at Disneyland to act as service dogs for children that end up having a problem. They could have a seizure. They could have something going on. So these are now at Disneyland. Isn't that cool?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really, 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 really cool.
Yeah.
That's I'm surprised. I never heard about anything like that before.
Well, they have service dogs now in courts to help calm down, especially children, if they're going to be testifying.
Yeah.
They actually sit right underneath, So yeah, they're it's a kind of an amazing thing. So much more is happening of what service dogs can do, and it's not only service dogs; it's assistance dogs, it's comfort dogs, emotional support dogs, truly emotional support dogs, not ones that people get licensed through fake IDs. Yeah.
They go online, they buy a certificate for $15 or so,
and
they get a vest for $25. And I have a service dog here. He don't obey me, but he's servicing me. I need a dog.
Okay, so now this one
can help support this Christmas season. 4 Paws for Ability is a nonprofit with a mission to enrich the lives of children with disabilities and veterans by placing them with task-trained service dogs. Here with more is 4 Paws for Ability's Development Director, Kelly Cam. Hey, Kelly, who do you have there?
Hi, this is Confetti, and down here on the floor is Maze.
That is
and
such
both
a
service
cute
dogs
name.
in training, but in different phases of their journey.
Yes, ma'am. All right, tell us about your organization.
Yes, so 4 Paws, we've been around since 1998, and we serve, as you mentioned, children and veterans. And we've placed well over 1,500 dogs so far. This year we placed well over 100. And we're just continuing to try to take the dis out of disability as much as we can.
Well, Kelly, tell us how these dogs specifically help individuals.
So, we get a lot of applications. The biggest requests that we get are for our autism assistance dogs and our seizure assistance dogs. Those are really the biggest requests, like I said, that we get. And then we also help kids with mobility impairments, hearing impairments, type 1 diabetes, fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, drug exposed, and a variety of other types of disabilities.
Well, it's wonderful what you're doing. And in the days of giving, All of you at home can help too. Thank you so much, Kelly. You can donate for the number 4 pawsforability.org.
That's another nice organization there. That's very sweet.
Yeah, and Billy puts up here, thanks for interacting with us today, Billy. Billy is a behaviorist, a cognitive behaviorist, and she and Roman do some things together, and they've been on our show. So thank you. She's with oh God, Upward Dogology. I think that's it. Yeah, I'm sorry, Billy. Little cognitive issues with me today. She says we have one of the first in courtroom for children. And then she gave the link here. So for those of you that would like to go and look, that'd be great. Okay, so then the next one is, no, that's not wanted. Okay. This is about a superhero that rescues a pit bull puppy with a chain that's embedded in her neck. The puppy cries for help, and she arrived at the Humane Society, and apparently she was dragged by this puppy who helped her. So that's another wonderful thing. We love stories like that. And then a canine who served more than 300 combat missions on deployment to Afghanistan is laid to rest. So let's look at him.
If you teach someone to fish,
Oh
you
boy,
feed them
here we
fish for a
go.
lifetime. But if you teach them fresh pass, they get
There, okay, there.
A lot of police agencies across the country are working to try to find more funding to add more officers and increase the pay of officers. The Cobb Police Department is in the running for a grant that could offer them some really important support right now.
And you can help them with just a click. Our Joe Ripley explains.
You know, pets make us feel better. We make them feel better, hopefully.
Dora Russell is spending some quality time with dog Chai, a Burmese poodle mix. She knows the importance of the bond between dog and handler.
Good girl.
So does Lieutenant Lester Maddox with the Cobb County Police Department Canine Unit. The unit just lost Axel, a 9.5-year-old German Shepherd Belgian Malinois mix, to an undetectable rare form of cancer.
They're a part of us, I guess, is the biggest thing. They're part of our family, not only here, but at home.
The department says Axel helped the unit of nearly a dozen canine teams respond to around 700 calls around Cobb County, tracking down suspects, sniffing out bombs, and seizing more than $1 million worth of narcotics.
It's a deep connection to the community. It's a unique connection to the community with the dogs that people just come up and talk to us that normally you wouldn't walk up to, per se, a normal officer and just start talking. When they see you have a canine patch on, they want to talk to you and tell you about their dog and ask you about your dog.
Aftermath Services, a biohazard company based in Illinois, is offering a national grant worth $25,000. Several agencies in Georgia, including Cobb County Police Department, are eligible. A vote is as simple as a click, and whoever gets the most votes wins.
These dogs are such great service animals for the community. Why don't we reward and honor and respect and highlight those organizations?
Cobb County Police say they have purchased in-vehicle heat detectors, first aid kits, and Narcan for canines with previous grant money.
We do have to replace canine axle, and it is a large expense. It's about $14,000 a dog to be trained and on the road.
There are enough dog lovers out here that I think they would find it a great idea.
See all of the agencies eligible for the $25,000 canine grant. Just head to 11alive.com. Voting ends October 26th.
Okay. So, when you look at that, Gaetan,
yeah, I look at that. This is a program which was, well, the news was broadcast in October, but their program carry on. It's not like one time, one moment. There's a need for every police department and every organization in need of service dog. And the service dog, one of the things that people don't know, they think the service dog, you get it, it's 2 years old, you die at 18 and will be a service dog all its life. It's not happening like that. There's 3 phases to a service dog. The first stage is it's a puppy, get educated. The second phase is in service, And the third phase is a retirement. And the retirement is a part where the dog changes mission from canine for the police service to maybe a support dog for an hospital for children. And, you know, at different stage of the life of the dog, there's different needs, and owners can change. So you can move from one family to a next family to a third family in the course of the life of a service dog, which is pretty unique.
Billy put up here, yeah, it's Upward Dogology. That's Billy's. That's the name of her organization. So you know,
organization.
yeah, you know, when we started the show, we said that I had a bloody nose. Well, guess what? I'm getting a bloody nose again. So
okay, we'll cut it short.
Yeah,
we don't want to put any blood anymore.
Yeah,
and
oh boy, this is embarrassing, folks. You know, there's two things that people worry about: having to go to the bathroom and sneezing or coughing or not having water or something like that. But I do want to say that today's show is brought to us by the animal rescue site, and I put a link. Let me click this again on here so that everybody can get this link. You can go and purchase any one of these shows, and a disclaimer on here is that if you do purchase off of this link, it will help the Dog Connection show, so we appreciate it. There are some really, and you can purchase any one of these items. Some of them are really, really cute, so please feel free to do that and help to support us. Okay, that's it
and
for.
We produce the show. Kathy bring me in, and we're producing the show for over 2.5 years.
Well, actually, from 2012 and over 900 shows. Yeah.
Right. You start in 2012. She never get paid, and she deserves to have like some live support here.
Yeah, there you go.
To help with the material things and the time to prepare the show and the research and this and that. So she's doing an unbelievable job, and every little thing you're doing will help the show to go on. So stop bleeding. We'll close the show here, and we'll be back next week.
Okay, bye.
And I did not punch her on the nose. I did not do that. Okay, so thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Be well, Kathy.